Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. Very important event, raising awareness on the dangers of drink spiking. Recently, I had the opportunity to speak with an advocate about drink spiking awareness. She shared a story about which she was assaulted after a drink that she had consumed was spiked, and I was grateful for the time that she spent with me to educate me on the issue. We all know that drink spiking exists. It's not discussed on public platforms the way that other crimes tend to be. Oftentimes, it's not reported by the survivor for a number of reasons. And if it is reported, it's very difficult to confirm for also a variety of reasons. I've had these conversations with my adult children over the past couple of years about leaving their drink unattended. And it's not just an alcohol drink. It could be a coffee. It could be any establishment you're in. It's just those conversations that take place within our homes and amongst our family need to happen publicly as well. It's important to have those conversations and to make young folks aware of the dangers that are out there. The truth is, drinks are spiked for malicious reasons. It's a threat to the public, and we need to shine much more light on this issue. The first collaborative step is the creation of a public awareness poster. This tool will be made available to bars and restaurants and establishments where alcohol is served. Moving forward, I plan on introducing legislation to commission a study on the trends and data of drink spiking. I intend to follow that with legislation based upon the findings of the study. Let's begin the conversation so that we can raise awareness and show folks how to protect themselves. Today, we're joined by a number of folks. It's my pleasure to introduce Chairman Darrell Clark of the PLCB, who will have a few comments. Chairman? Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman Easy. Good morning. First of all, I'd like to thank Chairman Deasy, your committee, and all the stakeholders for the awesome work that you've done to bring the public aware of this very particular issue. Too frequently, folks might look at TV and they look at a movie and they see drink spiking. This is not a movie. This is not TV. This is real. This is a crime. No ifs, ands, or but about it. So at the end of the day, bringing awareness to everybody, even if you're not involved in this particular measure, please understand that we have to make people aware of this issue and broaden the scope of this conversation. That's why I think what you're doing today, Chairman Deasy and the rest of the stakeholders, is so important. I actually didn't have a sense of how widespread this was until I looked at the statistics, and I saw that more than 50% at some point in time in a person's life, they may have had their food or drink, particularly among women, men, more than 40% at some point. There was some level of spiking taking place in food or drink. This is real, and this is broad-based. So we at the PLCB will make sure across the state of Pennsylvania and all of our retail establishments, among our employees, all of our 19,000 licensees, that they have information that will allow them to make people aware of this on a very aggressive way. So I just want to say, the chairman, the committee members, to all of you, all the stakeholders, thank you so much for bringing this. We're going to be on point. We're going to make sure that we push this out starting immediately as aggressively as we can across the PLCB. So thank you again, and thank you for this very important initiative. Thank you, Jim. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tom Tyler. Please step forward, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
My name is Tom Tyler. I'm the president of the Pennsylvania Licensed Beverage and Tavern Association and owner of McStew's Irish Pub in Levittown, Bucks County. On behalf of the Pennsylvania Licensed Beverage and Tavern Association and all of our members across the state, I want to thank Chairman Deasy of the House Liquor Committee, as well as Chairman Clark of the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board for initiating this educational program. We are extremely proud to partner with them on this. As a bar owner, when a patron comes to my establishment, my priority is to provide them with a safe and enjoyable experience where they can spend their time. At McStew's Irish Sports Pub, that means having a fully trained ramp staff and following best practices along those lines. Although bartenders and servers are ramped, there's only so much they can do. I've often seen patrons come in, step away from their drinks, generally to use the bathroom. This makes them vulnerable to drink spiking. That's why this campaign matters, not only for our industry, but for the public at large. It's about education, awareness, and prevention. We think this is important not just for us as business owners, but also in the broader sense of what it teaches the community. It helps everyone understand how to look out for themselves and each other, whether at a bar, a house party, or at a coffee shop. And above all, we want people to return home safely. The Pennsylvania Licensed Beverage and Tavern Association fully supports this campaign and will do everything we can through our members to educate the public on the subject. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom, and we appreciate all those partners who are willing to work along with us on this very important issue. Next up, I'd like to introduce Major Robert L. Bailey, Director of the Bureau of Liquor Control Enforcement with the Pennsylvania State Police. Major, thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Good afternoon. As mentioned, my name is Major Robert Bailey, the Pennsylvania State Police. Currently, I serve as the Bureau Director for Liquor Control Enforcement. First, I want to start by saying thank you for joining us today to talk about this important issue of spiked drinking. Our goal here is to make folks aware and also prevent these type of matters. Our mission at the Pennsylvania State Police is to promote public safety and to ensure that licensed establishments operate responsibly and in compliance with the law. But our responsibility extends beyond enforcement. It also includes education, community outreach, and to protect Pennsylvanians from preventable harm. Unfortunately, incidents of drinks being tampered with, commonly referred to as spiking, remain a real and growing concern. Drink spiking can involve adding alcohol or drugs to a person's beverage without their knowledge, often with the intent to incapacitate or exploit them. This could be extremely devastating, not only to the individual targeted, but also to families and community members. Today, we want to raise awareness, share resources, and remind everyone that prevention is a shared responsibility. To patrons, always keep your drink in sight. Accept drinks only from family members and trusted friends, or directly from a bartender or a server. And never, as mentioned before, never leave your beverage unattended. If something doesn't feel right, follow your gut, follow your instinct. Seek help immediately. To licensees and staff, remain vigilant. Trained servers and security staff can play a critical role in identifying suspicious behavior, intervening when necessary, and ensuring a safe environment for all guests. Your vigilance is essential line of defense. To the community at large, speak openly about this issue. Encourage your loved ones, specifically young people, to be mindful and watch out for one another. The Pennsylvania State Police will continue to conduct inspections, respond to complaints, and work closely with local law enforcement, colleges, community partners to deter those who might consider endangering others in a specific way. But we cannot do this alone. Public awareness and community vigilance are vital in reducing this risk. Our message today is very simple. Awareness saves lives. Responsibilities protects the community. The Pennsylvania State Police are committed to ensure that all citizens of this Commonwealth can gather, celebrate, and enjoy themselves without the fear of being victimized. Together, we can make our community safe. Thank you for your time.
Thank you all for joining us today. Thank you again, Major Bailey. I also want to recognize a committee member and a friend of mine, Representative Jose Giral from Philadelphia, who's been on our liquor committee for a few years, a valuable member, and always appreciate his insight on certain issues, especially representing the Philadelphia area. So again, this particular time of year, we thought it was important, as the major said, college is back in session. New kids are going off on their own, leaving home. So it's important that we get this awareness program out there as soon as possible, and all hands on deck to work towards find solutions. So thank you all for joining us.